Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief, all right? Doing my Insta Live on a very, very auspicious, important day for my Muslim brothers and sisters. That today is the celebration of Eid. So before I start, I just want to say Eid Mubarak to all of you, my beautiful brothers and sisters around the world, the unbelievable downlines of Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. All right, Eid Mubarak. Firstly, the first person to join my Insta Live is none other than Adli Hassan himself. We partner, lead by example. Adli, Eid Mubarak to everyone at home. All right, I miss you. I love you so much. Eid Mubarak. Amila Prasa, Sarah Hussein, Sid_M92, Eid Mubarak. Manam Ajin, Ibn Abbas, Eid Mubarak, my brother. Siamak, how are you? Eid Mubarak also. Wasan Nayan, _1469. Vicky Ras, what's up? I'm here, Wix. Where are you? Alright, Huzair, _P1, Eid Mubarak. Official Ayush Chowdhury, Eid Mubarak. D Dorothy. Alright. Tipa, how are you? Kalai must be somewhere there. Tipa, happy birthday, by the way. Was it your birthday? I saw some announcement. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. God bless you. Abundance of good health, happiness, and max out. QNet official, Rita in the house. Alright. The V official, Lorraine in the house. See you tomorrow, Vix. Alright. Kalat _Omar. VP _Anna KZ. Privyet. Eid Mubarak. Shuai Buamir. Vicky Mawa. Love you too. Anu Pukar. Evelyn Nanado. Ahmad Al Khalifa. Eid Mubarak. Darvira Mala. Girish Mala. Partha, Kishan, Dita, Madhya, Kandasamy, NTK, David Sharma, greetings from Japan. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, David Sharma. Enjoy your trip. Purish Yama, Ekaterina Kononova. Privyet. From Siberia. Kanchana Sanpang, Huznan, Eid Mubarak, Bauziz Hakima, Koi, Jahang, Asmita. My usual shout outs to Irish, Claire, Suresh Nagalingam, Rasha, Brijesh, Nasip, who's always there, Vinu, who's always there, Pawan Narnolia, Omar Wang, Side Boy, Sharon, Panil, Vasana, Samira, how are you, Apu, Ramdev Saini, Rajput. Samira, I was in Sri Lanka actually. Yeah, we were in Sri Lanka. Ayush Gupta, QNet Algeria, how are you? Welty Roma, Pawan. Kalai, what's up? Arpit, how are you? You must be somewhere there with Brijesh, Yashu and gang. Hi Kalai, we have a lot of stuff to do this year. Lala Jas, Kushbu, Shirin Jereman, Mohammad Zabiri, Lala Jas, Fatima Mohi, Hassan Hamdani, Eid Mubarak. Sorry, I'm not being as loud as I usually am, but my son is sleeping a few feet away, so I'm trying to lower my voice, which is an impossibility, but if he wakes up, at least he'll wake up to knowledge from the Instagram or Insta Live. Ali Alaba, Alka Sharma. Okay, so firstly, Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters around the world, and Eid Mubarak from your chief, from the great founders Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. Privyet to all the Russian-speaking warriors around the world. Bonjour, je t'aime to all my French-speaking amazing downlines around the world. All right, salam, merhaba, QNet Promizon. All right, Vigets, hola, buongiorno to everyone in QN Europe. Evelyn has been updating me. We got to keep rising, QN Europe. Hola to South America. Vinu and Robert John was just there, and the future is bright in South America. So if you guys have any prospects in South America, go now. Let's go. South America. Apa kabar Indonesia? Selamat Hari Lebaran. Apa kabar Malaysia? Selamat Hari Raya. Ni hao Hong Kong. Ni hao China. Sawadee Krap Thailand. Komusta Philippines. Minglawa Myanmar. Konnichiwa, Japan. Good day, mate, Australia. And to everyone, greetings, 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 and welcome to my Insta Live. Firstly, my prayers, my deepest, deepest, heartfelt prayers for our friends, our family, and the people of Myanmar and Bangkok that just suffered an earthquake yesterday. Even J.R. Meyer was affected and had to evacuate his building. But I saw the devastation in Myanmar, and it saddens me beyond anything to see the suffering. So my prayers goes out to everyone in Myanmar, in Thailand, who went through this devastating earthquake. Whatever we say will never be able to console the suffering of people. The only thing we can do is pray and pray for them. Okay, so a big prayer for everyone in Myanmar and Bangkok who went through this earthquake. We are now on week 13, which means this is rank advancement week. The Rise Together We Rise promo is still on, but I have a challenge for all of you, and let's talk about this. Okay, I am Chief, I am your upline. I represent Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. You follow me on Insta. Many of you don't watch me live, but you watch me after that when I put it on the grid. I think it's the same but slightly different, I guess. All right, I think watching anyone live is different. Okay, and my challenge to you this week, week 13, to everyone, existing IRs, all IRs, brand new IRs, half asleep IRs who woke up yesterday, whatever, whoever you are. All right, this week my challenge to you, Chiefs, Eid Mubarak challenge to you is find two. Prove to me that you're still a networker. Prove to me that you're still hungry. Prove to me that you still have it within you to go out there, do a presentation and sign somebody up. Prove to me that you believe in this industry, that you want to change people's lives, and prove to me that you, at least, no matter how many years you've been in the business, can still go out there and find two people and sign them up. So you have the Together We Rise promo and rank advancement week, and you got a new challenge from your chief. So all the uplines, all the V partners, all right, I'm challenging you to have the highest week of people who find two. The highest week up to date for 2025 of people who find two. I hope you're listening to me. Everyone, Yusuf Sila, everyone, okay? I want this week to be the highest week, Vijesh, of everyone who's finding two. Are you guys with me now? I want you to find two. Get them off their sofa. Get them off their comfort zone. Get them out of their sleep and push them to go out there and be a networker and find two. Are you with me? All right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't slept for 2-3 days. I spent 4 hours in the hot freaking sun because my kids only love the beach. 4 hours in the hot sun with Dave Joel, number one. Dave was there and we were discussing networking here, building sandcastles here. Networking here, building sandcastles in the sun, all right, for 4 hours. Then I had the privilege of visiting Crew Chief, AVP Rosli, and celebrated the first night of Eid with his family, who mean a lot to me. His 3 beautiful daughters, his grandson, his amazing wife. And we all had a beautiful dinner together. And he fed me so much food, I can't move. I overate. All right, good food, Rosli, thank you. And the last few days, all right, and listen, everyone listen carefully. Corporate guys, networkers, for the next 20 minutes, empty your cup and listen to me. All right, the last few days I've been dealing, as usual, the master plan puts morons in front of me. All right, and I've never doubted the master plan at all. That if even the most moronic moron, president of the country called moron, leader of the planet called moron, stands in front of me, there must be a reason, either for my growth, my realization, or my duty to fulfill my promise I made to my mother, to Japa, to Dato Sri Vijay, that I will keep raising people, keep helping people change their lives and never stop doing it, because this is my mission, my purpose. So I try my best to do it. I'm not the best at it. I'm not also bad at it. I've helped some people change their lives, not many, but some. All right. So I was trying to get somebody who came to me with a lot of passion and commitment that they want to change. And I was trying to educate that person that change is the most difficult thing to achieve in life. Dato Sri Vijay spent years with this moron, Padman Sinatiraja, trying to get me to change, but my ego, my arrogance, my full cup didn't want to change, didn't want to surrender, didn't want to listen, telling myself, like you do, admit it, that you figured stuff out on your own, that your life is not so bad, that your past mistakes were not the end of the world. You understand? You were a different person then, and you are evolving, and you need space and time to grow and all that bull sugar. And finally, I had to change. And thanks to him, Dato Sri Vijay, who never gave up on me, all right, I managed to change and become who I am today. Am I the best of the best with the best upline in the world? No. All right. Am I a great mentor? No. Am I a perfect person? No. I've got all the weaknesses, all the flaws, just like you. But I'm much better than I used to be. Let's put it that way. I've grown a lot. I've changed a lot. I've kept my promises a lot more than I used to. And I've been more consistent than I've ever been in my life with my decisions, my commitments, my promises. So I was trying to explain to this moron that changing is not easy, and it's not. All right? Why? Because here's what change requires. And a lot of people just wake up in the morning and they say, I'm going to change. You understand? These are the idiots on the 1st of January who quit smoking, quit drinking, start exercising, and all that bull sugar. And by now, you know, right? And people who say, I'm going to start Rule 3, people who say, I'm going to achieve my TAT, people who say, I'm going to maintain power of association, people who say, I'm going to do presentation every day, I don't care, chief, I will die for this company. In a moment of emotional drama, you understand? Or maybe not drama, maybe really emotionally they felt that way. And at that time they were like, I promise you I will do this. All right? And all those people right now are drinking, smoking, not exercising, have not been consistent with Rule 3, are not doing a presentation every day because something happened. The clouds, the moon, the stars, circumstances, environment. I was stuck in a situation. I didn't know what to do. You understand? All that kind of bull sugar. And they go back to who they were. And then next year, they will make that promise again. And I was trying to figure out, how do you change? How does one person change? Numerous messages, ignore everyone, you want no action. Who is that? I don't even know who you are. Al-Munaim. I'm sorry, Al-Munaim. Maybe I missed your messages. I'm truly sorry. Al-Munaim. Lorraine, can you figure out who he is? Al-Munaim. Adli, maybe give his number to Adli or something like that. He said he sent me a lot of messages and I never responded. I'm sorry. I may have missed your messages. Or somebody or a member of my team missed your messages, bro. I'm really sorry. Eid Mubarak. Somebody will contact you. Al-Munaim. Alright? And I was trying to figure out how to explain to somebody what it requires to change. So why do people want to change? That's the first question. Is there a need to change? All right? I'm sure many of you watching my Insta Live and many of you out there are convinced beyond doubt that you are perfect already, that you're doing okay, that you're not a bad person, that you have improved a lot since the last 8 years, 9 years, I don't know, okay? That you have changed and evolved and grown and learned. The first reason why people want to change, because the version they are today is not going to get them what they want in life. For you to be able to max out, for you to have a beautiful relationship, for you to have a good brotherhood or sisterhood, for you to be a good son, a daughter, let's say that's your goal, you must be the version that can achieve that goal. Do you understand? There are many versions of you, many different personalities. Like I said, everyone is schizophrenic, end of the day. Everyone is bipolar, end of the day. We all have different versions of ourselves. We have the arrogant one, we have the humble one, we have the I can do anything one, and then tomorrow I cannot do anything one, and I can conquer the world, and tomorrow the whole world hates me. Many versions of yourself. And you have to decide whether the version you are right now is the right version to achieve the goals you want today. Right? So if your goal is to double your commission, if your goal is to achieve, a higher rank like Sapphire, Platinum, all right, or Diamond, or your goal is to improve your relationship with your uplines, downlines, or your loved ones, or you want to become a better mother or father, or daughter, son, brother, sister, upline, downline, whatever it is, the first question you have to ask is who you are today, just based on common sense and logic. Is the person you are today capable of achieving that goal? Now, if you are the same person or the same version of yourself the last 3 years and you have not achieved these goals that you want to achieve, then the answer is very straightforward. You got to change. If you are struggling the last 24 to 36 months to achieve the goals that you have laid out for you, the problem is not the goal or the dream. The problem is not your upline or downline. The problem is not the environment. The problem is which version are we talking about that you are today. All right. And if you haven't achieved significant achievements that you set out for the last 3 years, then there's something wrong with the version you are. Then you have to say, I want to change. You have to consider change. Now, what is change? Change is a tough process. A very tough process, trust me. All right, I struggle until today to change. I just manage, I think, after so many years to control my anger, my ego. I used to get angry so fast, so soon, and make wrong decisions and drastic decisions. Now, I don't know, maybe Sati, David, Adli, Kalai, the people closest to me, or Vicky Ras, can tell me whether I still have that problem. All right? But first thing you have to identify is what's wrong with this version of you. What's wrong with the version of you? Is it your outlook of your life? Is it your opinion? Is it what you have decided that it is what it is? You understand? What is wrong with this version of you? Identify all of them. All right? And if let's say you identify 5 weaknesses in this version today. So this is a weakness here. You have to identify what's the opposite of that weakness. Do you understand? So laziness, hardworking. Bad perception, good perception. Distracted, not distracted. Constantly lying to people and yourself, then you want to go to become honest. You understand? So there's always an opposite end of the rainbow from where you are. So if you identify 5 weaknesses, which is a lot. Now if you identify 20 weaknesses, you're screwed. My brother or sister, you are screwed. Because if you have 20 weaknesses that you have to cross all the way from here to the other side, you need to get a damn good mentor. Like somebody like Dato Sri Vijay. But let's say you got 5 weaknesses that you have identified and you want to change them to positive. You have identified 5 negative points of this version of yourself. And you want to change these 5 to positive. What is positive? The opposite of what you are right now. All right, like I said, stupid means smart, lazy means hardworking, inconsistent means consistent. It's quite straightforward. All right. Unfaithful means faithful. You understand? Simple as that. Okay. And let's say you want to achieve that goal, and you agree, I want to change. Now you cannot change as a person. You just can't wake up in the morning and say, I want to be better. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better person. That's total bull sugar. This is what people who write books and try to sell books of making you a better person. It is tough to become a better person. It is tough to change even the smallest thing in us. All right. So first you identify your weaknesses and what you want to achieve on the other side, the opposite of your weaknesses. Then once you identified each of these things, then you got to go and sit down and talk to somebody who's willing to be honest with you. Somebody who's willing to be honest with you at the risk of losing you. Find that person. Find that person who's willing to lose you with honesty. All right? remove your whatever photograph you have in your house and put this person's photograph on the wall. Do you understand? That's why Dato Sri Vijay's photograph is the most biggest photograph in my office. It is very difficult, and I said this many times. I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but I want to repeat myself. You need to find that person who's willing to lose you with his or her honesty. Hard to find. Everyone has a agenda, vested interest, a benefit they want from you. You understand? So they'll never be honest. I have decided many years ago that I'll be honest with everyone. I don't give a shit anymore. Do you understand? All right? Of what people think of me. All right? So I tell everyone the honest and truth. And I say it with care and love, not with, I want to destroy you and ridicule you and make you sad. All right? You go sit down with this person and tell them, hey, listen, the last 3 years, I've been trying to achieve many things, but I failed because this version of me is incapable of achieving those goals. And I've identified 5 things of this version of me which are bad and screwed up. And don't blame your past, don't blame your childhood, don't blame alcohol, don't blame all this bullshit. Every decision you made in your life, you made it consciously, knowingly, and you are responsible for it. Don't be one of these, weaklings and wimps who like to blame the world for their mistakes. I'm sorry. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I own up to it. Nobody pushed me. Nobody coerced me. It wasn't peer pressure. It wasn't nothing. It was Padman Senatiraja and his ego made a deal to do stupid things. Are you guys with me or not? That's a fact of life. Okay? And then you sit down with this person who's willing to lose you with honesty. Remember those terms. Find the person who's willing to lose you with honesty. Profound. Vicky Ras, Loreen. Maybe we should use it one of these days. That's the people who change history. Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, the people Dato Sri Vijay talked about. What did they do? They were honest. They were honest against their government. They were honest about their citizens. They were honest about people who loved them and supported them. They were honest, critical, and they were willing to lose it. They were not there to win an election. They were not there to be important. They just wanted to be honest, including JFK, who was very honest with the people of America. Are you guys with me? Find that person who's willing to lose you with honesty and show them these 5 things and tell them you want to reach the other end. All right? And then sit down with them and figure out what you need to do to reach the other end. Don't put a timeline. Don't say 3 weeks I need to become hardworking, 6 weeks. No, it's not going to happen. This is not that kind of goal. You understand? This is about change. The hardest thing for the human race to achieve is change. All right? That's why Dato Sri says change or die. Change or die. I think that is true. You may not die physically, but you will die inside. You'll become a loser and not achieve anything in life. So sit down with that person who's willing to lose you with honesty. List down these 5 things. Sit down with them and come up with a POA. What is a POA? A plan of action, which is a consistent discipline in that area of where you want to change, and give them permission to screw your happiness, like my Indian brothers and sisters will say, and push you and be unreasonable and threaten you and hammer you or even slap you if necessary. Are you guys with me? And make sure you do it consistently enough, that plan of action, and you will start seeing a change, slowly but surely. And then comes the risk of a relapse. What is a relapse? You start to improve, then you leave the zone of that person who is willing to lose you with honesty, and then you go back to being the stupid moron loser you were. And I've seen this in too many people. People almost change and then they go back to who they were. They almost make it, and then one night they go out and make a mistake and they go back. You understand? Or one day they reach frustration and say, I can't live like this anymore. I can't live with this kind of discipline and commitment anymore. Screw this. I want to have freedom in my life. I don't want to be controlled anymore. All this ego and arrogance, and they will make a mistake. And once they make the mistake, they go back to being the old version of themselves immediately, and they start from zero again. Do you understand? So the person who's willing to lose you with honesty better be a very patient person. Should be a person who's driven by a purpose to change lives, or truly loves you and don't want to give up on you. Do you understand? And that person to me is Dato Sri Vijay. You got to find your Dato Sri Vijay if you want to change. All right? And then you start being consistent. And the only way to keep change consistent is the reward or the loss. We are all driven by two things. We are driven by achieving or getting a reward, or we are driven by what we will lose. Do you understand? So there are a lot of men who promise their wives, I'm going to change, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to hit you, whatever. They are driven by not wanting to lose their wife, for example. All right? And if that woman means a lot to them, they will change, not to lose her, for example. And some people are driven by reward. That means they know if they keep their change consistent, they achieve something. Recognition, respect, money, achievement, max out. All right? And sometimes that reward can keep you consistent. So you either kept consistent with the reward you potentially are going to receive, which you really desire, or the fear of loss. That if you are not consistent, you're going to lose something or someone. These are the only two ways. I was driven by reward. I was driven by the fact that I wanted to be finally respected and not be the loser I was. I wanted to be driven by the reward that my mother will be proud of me. I wanted to be driven by the reward of achieving success and becoming somebody of relevance, I was driven by reward. After that, I was driven by the fear of loss, of losing, everything I built, or Dato Sri Vijay, But beginning, I was driven by reward. So for you to change, you must be driven by reward, achievement, or the fear of loss. That's the only way you're going to be consistent. And you must stay in that zone of that person who's helping you, that person who is willing to lose you with honesty. You understand? Stay in that zone, like how I stayed in Dato Sri Vijay's zone with great difficulty, but I never left it until today, after 20 over years. All right, I was not in his zone that much in the first 3-4 years. I was purely his downline, not his mentee and student. That started after, when I wanted to change. I'll never forget, I woke up one morning. I was an alcoholic, for those of you all who don't know. Bad decisions, many bad decisions in my life. Many bad decisions. And at the age of 27, I woke up one morning and I stopped alcohol. And I haven't touched a drop of alcohol, not even fruitcake, Vicky, until today. And I turned 50 this year. You understand? And that is consistency. Not 3 months, not 6 months, not 12 weeks. Don't celebrate after 3 weeks of consistency. Any idiot, a monkey, can be consistent for 3 weeks. Are you guys with me now? So if you are not achieving the goals you want to achieve the last 24, 36 months, there's something wrong with you. The version of you is flawed, is not the version that's going to achieve those goals. Then you have to identify what's wrong with this version of you, find somebody who's willing to lose you with honesty, come up with a plan of action for 4 or 5 items, and be freaking consistent and stay in that zone and never break your promise. Never skip a day, never allow the wrong environment or you being stuck somewhere with these bullshit excuses. Are you guys with me now? All right? It's very important, because if you want to achieve greatness, it cannot be the same version you were 10 years ago that's going to achieve greatness, or even the same version 3 months ago. Are you guys with me? You got to constantly change and evolve. And change is not easy, but change is a necessity. Are you guys with me? All right, that's most important. So on this week 13, find two, all of you. Become networkers again. Get out of your comfort zone and just find me 2 this week. I want the whole world. All right, Suresh, Vinu, whoever's listening, send this message out to everyone that this week is the Find 2 mission with Chief. Find 2 mission with Chief. Find 2 mission with Chief. Are you guys with me? Week 13. And it's rank week, so move rank. All right? I love you guys so much. Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Spend time with your family, with your team. Convey my respect to your parents. Hug your kids for me. But don't switch off. Promise me that. Whatever celebration we have in life, celebrate. But don't switch off. All right? So this is your Chief saying I love you so much. And welcome to week 13. All right. And once again, to everyone in Myanmar and Bangkok, my prayers, my family's prayers, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay's prayers are with you during this great calamity of the earthquake. All right. I love you guys.